right, you're listening to RX Radio, number one online radio station. My name is Sarah, and you're listening to What's Popping Extra. Listen, you will not believe who is with me today. He couldn't come to studio, so I came to him, and we are live at the Mistil Kampala. Nameless.
Yeah. What up, man?
Nameless is in Kampala.
In the building,
And
man.
he's seated right in front of me.
telling
I'm
you,
so
man.
excited.
Oh,
And
thanks,
Nameless is a superstar, megastar, international phenomenon, a gem, legend. Yes, you are.
Oh, man.
Nameless, yes, you
Really,
are.
I appreciate
You have
that.
been doing this for over 2 decades.
Wow, yeah.
That is a long time.
It's a long time.
When you look back, do you feel like time has flown, or do you feel like time is just static in the
I
moment?
mean, it's a good question. Like, it's
Yeah.
almost 25 years. So
Yes.
it's crazy. But I think the way I know time is flying is when I meet a fan who tells me, I was listening to you when I was in nursery school or primary. I'm like, have I been doing this for this long?
For that long.
Yeah. So for me, it's definitely a blessing when I look and see that I can still be doing what I love doing.
Exactly.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
Showbiz, pop music is
Yeah.
always not an easy thing. So I count my blessings. I definitely, when you see me here in Uganda,
Yeah.
I need to work
And you have
do
such
this.
a great relationship
just
with
like-
Uganda.
Oh, yeah. I'm
You're
just like-
always here, in and out. You
Yeah.
should more or less just buy property here.
I
Just
know,
get
I
dual
know.
citizenship.
I need to get some. For sure.
And also 25 years of being the leader in this industry, because
Wow.
music hit after hit after hit
Wow.
after hit
Wow.
after hit. How does that happen? Because for a lot of artists, it's hit or miss, hit or miss.
Yeah,
You know, you have one good moment, and then the other
Yeah.
time we forget about you, then something happens. But you have been consistent.
Wow. Thanks for that. I think
You really have.
it's when you tell me that, that's why I say sometimes I reflect and say, wow,
Yeah.
I can be very critical on myself.
Yeah.
To be honest. Sometimes I'm like, no, I could do better here. I could do better here, you know. But somehow I think for me it's about being very open-minded.
Yeah.
I'm always ready to learn. I don't.
Okay.
I don't think that because I had a hit this time I know everything. I'm open to see what's new, what's the new vibe, who are the new artists. I'll interact with the younger generation. Guys.
Yes.
So I learn from the younger generation.
Yeah.
You know, what's popping. I try and still not lose myself.
And that is very important,
Yeah, I
and
don't
that
lose
we
myself.
always
Yeah,
see in
yeah.
every song.
Yeah.
You still,
You
this
don't
is still
lose, you totally don't-
exactly.
You adjust some things, but you don't totally lose yourself.
Exactly.
So that even your fans, they're like, I still recognize you, but now you're slightly different.
Yeah.
And we still appreciate that. So
Exactly.
I say it's reinvention. Reinvention is changing without changing.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you kind of change, something is changing, but you still have something about you that doesn't change.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And one other very important question that
Yeah.
I have is
Yeah.
that in recent times, and this is post-COVID,
Yeah.
I have noticed that you have been making more music with Wahoo.
Yeah.
Now, your wife is
Yeah.
absolutely a phenomenal. I love her.
thanks
I
a lot.
adore her.
Oh, that's
And the
amazing.
thing about you two is
Yeah.
you're independent of each other.
Yeah.
We don't say, and that is Wahoo's husband or
Yeah.
Nameless's wife.
Yeah.
We know you by your names.
Yes.
And your artistry, when it comes together, it is
Yeah.
just a beautiful it's magic. And
Wow.
you just have recent songs that were released last year and the year
Last
before
and the year
from
before.
TMO, Back It
Yes,
Up, There's
yes.
Also Deep, and the list goes on and on and
wow.
on.
Yes,
And what is it like working with family? How do you balance your professionalism and
And
your marriage when you're
being- and
working
being your
together?
spouse.
Exactly.
You have to go for counseling. by the way.
Are you serious?
We did a lot of it's actually coaching. So what it is when we started, we knew we're dating. When we started, we're dating,
Yes.
and we said strategically, let's not do music together so that
Okay.
we build our brands separately.
Separately.
And we did that on purpose.
Yeah.
People would expect us to do it together, but they're like, no, let's make it be something that will be interesting to watch.
Yes.
So when we reached 20 years, or towards 18, 20 years, we said, I think now is a good time to reinvent
Ourselves,
a kind of
yeah.
group marriage of two brands. But when we tried to do that 20 years ago, we were struggling to agree on things.
I can
Tell you,
imagine.
I mean, it's that's your spouse, that's
Yeah.
your co-parent,
Yeah.
that's your love, that's your friend, and then now you want to be your business partner. Sometimes you will clash.
Yes.
So we literally had to go for some coaching.
Yeah.
and work on a strategic plan of how we have to understand that this is
Work.
this is work.
Yeah.
This is understand what's driving both of us. It could be different, and how so that we can know how to make decisions.
Yeah.
And it really helped
It
because
did.
it kind of made us now know. Okay, fine. This is your strength as Nameless. This is your strength
As well, yeah.
So there are times she'll disengage so that I take the lead.
Oh,
There are times
wow.
I disengage so they take the lead.
Yeah.
Because now we are more aware. Oh, this is where.
Yeah.
And it actually began to also help in our marriage.
Yeah, I can see. You guys have been married 18 years, about 18, almost 20 years
marriage
now,
is
maybe
18,
more.
you're
Marriage
so
is
right.
18.
It's 18
Listen,
years, man.
when I say I love
I'm
you
telling you,
too,
that's what I'm hearing.
you
I'm like,
might as well just adopt me right now.
You're on point.
I am part of the family.
I'm loving it. Yeah, you're so right. Yeah.
So that I can only imagine. Please tell me more, because with the very high divorce rates,
Oh, yeah.
and everybody does not want to go in for the long haul
Yeah.
because at the slightest inconvenience, I'm the biggest star. I don't need you.
I don't exactly.
So, please tell me more about your marriage. How did made it work?
For me, one good thing that we reflect now
Yeah.
at our age now is that we also started as friends.
Yeah.
Like we were lovers. We were dating. But,
Yeah.
But there was a basis of friendship.
Yes.
So that's what, even during the ups and downs of relationships, marriages,
yeah.
kept us. Like, we still want the best for each other.
Yes.
Even when
Oh
you're
my God.
angry with
Yes.
someone,
Yes.
you still don't want the worst for them. Then now
Exactly.
you bring in marriage and children. Now you're like, we have even more to protect.
Exactly.
So I'm not going to lie that, everything's perfect. Sometimes I look at her and I'll be like,
You know what?
why can't you do this?
Yes.
And I should look at it like that. But we from very early, we started doing therapy.
Yeah.
From very early. Like by the third year of marriage, we were questioning, why isn't this flowing the way we thought it should flow? We're open enough to check, and that would guide us, take us through. So now, when I tell you, even in our 40s, when we started now reflecting on all those things, our strengths, our weaknesses, we started reflecting on working together. We would learn more
Yeah.
about how
To love each other, exactly, and work together.
This is your strength, this is your weakness. This is my strength, this is my weakness. How do I appreciate my value in this? How do you appreciate? And then another big thing
Yeah.
was a growth mindset. If you have a
That is
mindset,
important.
yeah, where you are okay with knowing that you don't know everything, and you can be better. If
And
both
open
of
to
you-
learning.
and open to learn. If you're
Yeah.
coming with the attitude of I know and all, it's very hard. to
Yeah.
relation. But if you're like, if I have a mistake, I want to check and see how I can become better.
Yeah.
Both of us, when we identified that as very important, we kind of felt that, we're going to be good.
Yeah.
Whatever will come up,
Nothing can stop
it's
you
gonna-
guys.
we're
You're
gonna be good,
unstoppable.
So even when we see something's too challenging, we know we'll find the answer. We just
Yeah.
have to look and find
That's so
ways.
beautiful. Yeah.
Listening with friends, with ourselves, I do a lot of stuff on YouTube. You learn so much.
Yeah.
So when you have a growth mindset of I want to know, then somehow you kind of feel like, since you're my friend, since we've gone through so much, let's stick it through.
Yeah, let's
and
work
you'll
it
be
out.
fine. Yeah, man. Yeah.
You talked about your children, and
Yeah.
now you have 3 beautiful baby girls.
Man.
Three-
I'm Baba girls.
You are the only man in the house. I can only imagine what it's like.
Oh, yeah.
Do you get bullied a lot?
I honestly,
You're the minority in your
let me tell you.
house.
You have to have a doctorate psychology.
And diplomacy.
In diplomacy.
Yes.
Understanding emotions at different ranges, different ages, from the mother,
To the last.
teenager, to the now my
Teenagers are tough.
Like how I look at it is that I have grown so much because
Yes.
I have to understand emotions before I react.
Yes.
I have to understand how to have the compassion to know, okay, fine, this is what I feel, or this is what I think, but let me listen to you.
Yes.
And let me find a way to communicate what I feel.
Yeah.
So I think the advantage of being a father of girls, it really forces you to grow.
Yes, it does.
Forces you to grow. Because if you're a father to boys are kind of like you.
Yeah.
You don't have to really.
You don't have to get into the
Because
emotions.
you kinda
Like,
kind of will align with a couple of things of how you
Yeah.
look at things. But opposite sex have different ways of seeing things, normally, not always. So it forces you to go deeper into how do I get this message across to my daughter.
exactly.
And how does she get this message across? So funny enough, when I look at it, I'm so proud to be Baba Girls because I'm like,
Exactly. And you know,
much.
something, Nameless, that I have noticed?
Yeah.
What I have now realized from my observation
Yeah.
is that it translates in your music.
Wow. Wow.
Because your music is full of endearment.
Oh yeah.
Your music is full of love and kindness, and just letting people. Just it's hopeful music.
Yeah.
Let's have a good time. It's about encouragement. And now I see
Straight. I think
the blessings is the baby
I'm
girls.
telling you, thanks you for that. In fact, now I love being at home. That's a funny thing. I love being.
It's not a funny thing. That's how it should be. That's what should be normalized.
Normally, guys don't want to be.
They don't want to be at home. They want to be with the
I was
boys.
telling wifey before, like, okay, I'm going to Uganda and I'm going to have a good time. It's work. That's a blessing.
Yeah.
Good. But I know I'm going to miss just this hanging out, watching something.
Yeah.
Maybe doing something.
Yes.
New. Did she just laugh? Did she just like crawl?
Yes.
Stuff like that. But for me, I think when it comes of my music, and I love how you've picked that out.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, yo, I see you, man. I see you. But I had that kind of mission.
Yeah.
I want my music to just be positive vibes.
Yeah.
Because life already has its challenges. You know?
Yes.
So I always try to be like, how can I do music that's positive? How do I do music that encourages people to have like compassion? Like because
Yes, it's important. There's so much, yeah.
Even in my social media.
Exactly.
I'm always trying to encourage, understand each other's point of view. And
Yeah.
Because I'm like, fam, it's too hard right now with the hate, mental issues, pressure from society.
Exactly.
What can I do? What little can I do to reduce that? So me, when I do that, and I know that's my small little contribution,
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm like, I've done my thing.
It's the best kind of contribution.
And I feel I've done my thing. Can I make sure I can still earn from this that I'm doing? Yes, I'm still earning. And I'm like, I'm like totally fulfilled. I feel like I'm doing my thing. I do have my challenges.
Yeah.
I do have my fears. But I'm like, those are the things I pick out. Am I bringing a positive, any space I'm in? I see people conflicting. My work is, how do I make them?
How do you add positivity into the situation?
So
I love
musically
that.
as well, yeah.
So just with some of the tweets, somebody said because you're going to be performing this weekend at the comedy store, somebody said I bought my ticket because of Nameless. That's what one person said. And then also just going through your feed, you were in the United States. That was last year. That was shortly before you welcomed your youngest baby girl.
We were expecting. First, I was thrown aback. I'd close that chapter. Are you
serious?
I also went for therapy for that. Because I was like, I had closed that chapter. And I was like, how am I going to do this? So I went through the process of looking, saying, this is what it is. And I was looking, I think I was having too many fears.
Yeah.
You know, you have too many. Yeah, I'm talking directly to her. Man.
Yes, talk to me.
Yeah. I'm like over here with you.
Yes, talk to me.
Phone, you know?
Yeah.
So I went through that process of the fears. Of, you know, wow, this time, this is what I want to do. But when I went through talking to different people who I know really helped me unpack things.
Yeah.
And I encourage that to men out there because sometimes, straight up.
It's very straight up.
Struggle with a situation, and because you don't know how to unpack it, you react in the wrong way. So
exactly.
It totally helped me change my perspective, and I became now so excited.
Yes.
Before I was so tense.
Yes, and nervous about it.
Like, oh, is this the right time? You know,
Yeah.
Close this. Too many things. I can't even get into it. But when I turned it around, I started looking at the positive spot. I became now so excited. But I told my wife, okay, because I know my life's about to change,
Yes.
I need to go on tour.
Yeah.
So that's when I went for my American
Yes.
tour, because I was like, I need to look for diapers.
You have to.
So she was like,
and especially here in Uganda, diapers are expensive because they added tax on it, man.
Like, you go and do your thing.
But I love that you say that and you point that out because everybody thinks that, you know, news of a baby is supposed to be automatically exciting.
Oh my God. Let me tell you.
And it is not the case all the time. It's not always the time.
Sometimes you're like, you know, we've talked about it, and we after many years we said, okay, let's close that chapter.
Yeah.
And now look at life with the other things that come with it. So, and I'm very open with that because I know there are many times people get into such situations.
And it's very,
they don't know how to unpack it.
Exactly.
So they live a life of resentment.
And guilt also because of the way they feel about not receiving the news well. Yes.
And it's all about
I love this.
changing
your
minds.
perspective.
Exactly. And
Exactly.
when you change it, I became so super excited. My wife would look at me like,
What is happening?
I'm like, yo, I I've realized and that's superpower.
Yeah.
Change, find ways to change. And because then life, you can't be assured about anything.
That's
so
true.
You could have an accident and lose both your legs.
That is true.
How are you going to be able to switch that into some other way of looking at life? That you have gratitude, that you're alive, that you have purpose, that you're inspired. Like once, that's how I teach my kids. When I learn something brilliant in a principle of life, the next thing I'm thinking is how will I tell my kids that, listen,
Yeah.
your father, I can't assure you everything.
Yeah.
What I want you to do is know how to adjust your mind to any situation.
Yes.
Pick the positive side of it, turn it around.
Yes.
That helps your mental health.
Look at the glass half full, not half empty.
Exactly, but find the skill of how to do it.
Exactly.
That's the catch. How do you now look and say, I'm getting a baby at this age? Wow. Then you say, no, that will force me to be younger for longer.
I know, right?
Because I'm like, okay, now I need to even take my health more seriously.
Exactly.
I have to be on point, make
That
me
is
become
true.
more aggressive,
Yes.
become like more ambitious. It made
It makes life a lot more exciting. There's more to look forward to.
I'm like, wow, this.
Yeah.
But before I was looking at it like, oh my God, I got
The money.
all
Yeah.
the money, the
Yeah.
motif and the how and what.
But we're going back to the, irregular sleeping schedules.
I'm just like we're in such a more calm
Yeah.
state of mind. We have a teenager. I told my teenager, you gotta be changing diapers as
Yeah.
well. So it's actually distributed. Even
Yeah.
the 10-year-old, she loves the sister. So it's actually such a different experience.
Yeah.
But it's because I changed my mindset.
Absolutely. Nameless, you have performed in a lot of places around the world, globally, in Africa, in Europe, in the United States.
Yeah.
I think all 7 continents.
Yeah.
You were in Atlanta, Pittsburgh, and Seattle in July last year.
Yeah, man, yeah.
I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Please be honest with me. Which has been your most favorite country to perform in?
Wow.
Look at you.
You would do that to me?
I'm doing that to you.
Do that,
Yes.
girl.
Tell us.
Wow, that's a hard one. Let me tell you why. Honestly, that's a hard one because I get such different good experiences in different places. It's too hard for me to say
This
is the
country,
best.
yeah.
Like, I'll be very frank because recently when I went to the States, I had such a good time. I don't know if it was my mindset.
Yeah.
It was what I was looking for. It was so amazing. The tour was so amazing. It was a reconnection with guys in Uganda. From 2002 when I came, the first, that was, we had never, let me tell you the truth, 2002 show, that was the first time we left the country as artists. And then first time we entered limousines. They brought 2 limousines.
Oh, you had arrived.
Like, this is Uganda.
I have arrived. I'm a
like,
superstar.
You can imagine. At the time I was a young, early 20s.
Yes.
To me, that will be forever in my mind.
Exactly.
Because it was like beyond, before people on the road waiting for us. The
Yes.
stadium. Like, so I can't forget that moment.
Exactly.
I can't forget a moment where I went to Australia and I was so tense. How is this going to be? Then I came and they had an amazing setup and the show was amazing. The fans were amazing. I went to South Africa and I performed in front of Big Brother and saw the kind of production and all that. So they all have such different
perks, and every moment is
so
special.
It's so hard for me to say
This way.
because they have come at different stages in my life.
Yeah.
So, and then I also live a life where I'm just like, I'll just live with gratitude, like I'm here.
Yeah.
I mean, there have been bad shows.
Yeah.
There have been places I've gone and I'm like, why am I here? Why did this promoter call me here? This is not my fan base. I don't even know who I am. I'm suffering here. I won't name them, but really,
Yes.
the places I've gone, the sound is pathetic. And
Oh
you're
my.
like, oh my God, what am I going to do? The places I've gone and I'm tense because the way it's being done and the mic is off and it was a tense time. I remember the time I did something super
Everything is so uncertain. It's just
I
terrible.
was like, so I've had highs,
And you've had some lows.
I've had lows, and when I look back and I'm like, yo, you're still here, and so I'm never too shocked.
Yeah.
Like, whenever I'm coming, I'm expecting anything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it might be good, it might be not so good, but you're doing your thing.
You do your best. I don't know if you ever go through your tweets and see what your fans say about you. But this is from a fan who tweeted the night you performed in Seattle, and he was on to say, because I love this. He even had a T-shirt with your face on and went on to say, "I honor my brother at Nameless, Kenya. Thank you for your contribution in the game, for being a mentor and a friend."
You know who that is?
Who's that is?
King Kaka.
Yes.
He's a big musician in Kenya.
Yes, he is.
And when he went to perform, he's younger than me, 10 years.
Yes, he is.
So when he went to perform, someone tagged me and told me, "Bro, King Kaka is wearing your
Yes,
face."
yes.
This brother. and I was touched because, when you see people celebrating they're still alive,
Yeah.
and telling you've contributed. Being a pioneer, let me tell you something about being a pioneer. Being a pioneer, because it's normally you enter an industry that's very new, you make many mistakes.
That's true.
I tell my fellow guys who started up, I say, never feel bad about the mistakes
You make.
because it's through those mistakes that the next generation build on. You're going to have to. There was no one who would tell us what's going to happen. Everything was so new as pop artists. So for people who have come after you to tell you, you paved the way.
You paved the way.
It matters a lot.
Yeah.
I like that culture of paying it forward, but also saying the guys before me.
Pay my respect, pay my due. Yes.
The ones who made me know that it's possible.
Yeah.
So I always talk about people like Kalamashaka who around the same time I came.
Yeah.
I was like, we can have superstars in Kenya. I didn't think it was possible.
Yeah.
So it's important to look at the guys who came before you and also think about the guys who come after you.
Exactly. Yeah. Another person goes on to say, at Nameless, Kenya, he had a major point in my life 14 years ago when he released the song Solari. I was in high school at the time, but I was also going through some economic hardships in high school.
Man, yeah. The Solari was an important
timeless
song.
Classic.
Yeah, that was an important song. It came after the 2007 post-election violence in Kenya.
Yeah.
And everyone was fighting people were fighting each other. There was a lot of negative energy in Kenya after the elections.
Yes.
And people didn't even want to hear about peace. People were just like,
they had chosen violence.
And they were like violence. So I really thought about it hard and was like, what can I sing that can remind people we are all one?
We are all one. Yeah, we're all going through the same thing.
Hustle.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I talked about the hustle, it didn't matter which corner of Kenya.
Exactly.
Yeah, we all hustle. We all hustle. I have to remind guys, we're all hustling.
Yeah.
Whether you're top down, whether you're there. So, and I recorded it with Washington from Uganda.
Yeah.
He's the one who produced the track. So it came at a time where guys felt, you reminded us that as much as we fought each other in elections, we are all hustling.
Yeah.
So it had a deeper meaning than just just a song.
I get that.
Yeah.
I love that.
That was one of those things I was feeling so sad about, people fighting and the brothers.
Yeah.
And say, what can I do with my music?
Yeah.
That can speak to them in a very interesting way,
Yeah.
not very direct, but in a way that will remind them.
I love it when you speak and you're telling stories of how, your music comes about, on the things that inspire you.
Yeah.
It comes from heart.
Yeah.
And for you, I believe this is more than just the money. This is just more than the stardom.
I'm driven by purpose. Before I was driven by passion. When you're younger, you're just like, I just want to make a song, that's when you're younger. But now in my 40s, I'm more driven by, why am I doing this? Money is just I have to survive.
Yeah.
But what makes me feel happy is when I feel this impact.
Yeah.
You're inspiring someone, you're empowering someone, you're making a change, you're leaving a legacy. That gives me a joy. Of course, you still have to earn. You have a family there waiting.
That's true.
But that for me gives me that fulfillment of you're still doing something that you are given some gifts by your creator.
Yeah.
How do you use them in a way that
use it to serve other people? And you have definitely left a footprint. Not even left, your footprint has been marked.
Oh, wow.
Nameless, we love you, I love you. I adore your music.
I really feel that, man. I really appreciate
and your wife as well, your whole family. Wahoo! I don't even want to refer to her as your wife. Wahoo!
Yeah.
As well, has also stamped a footprint in our hearts and musically. Yes, she is.
That
1,000%.
So I also tell her, you've done. We encourage each other. So I'm also lucky to have a woman who has a good head on her shoulder. She gives me strength when I'm feeling weak.
Yeah.
And vice versa. But yeah, I always see women, especially women, telling her, "Yo." I remember when we were starting in her career, we're like, "What angle do you want? Do you want to go the sexy way?" And it was more the girl power.
Yeah,
and
empowerment.
and
I'm here
empowerment.
to educate.
I'm here to educate. I'm here to give you inspiration.
Yeah.
We can do. And that's her personality.
Yeah.
She's like, "Yeah, me, I can." So I'm like, put it in your music.
And you know what I love about your love story and your collaboration? It's not just that, it's your collaboration as well,
Yeah.
because you work together. Actually, I was telling somebody before you came on, and I was telling the person that the most profound investment anybody could ever make in this world is in their partner.
Wow.
And I see that with you. People like to give examples of Jay-Z and Beyonce, Michelle and Obama. You need to start making the example. Normalize Nameless and Wahoo. I think sometimes we forget that you two are a couple because you're very strong superstars individually. But yes, Nameless and Wahoo, I'm beyond. I am beyond inspired.
It's a very strong point that the partner you choose determines a big part about the quality of your life.
Yeah.
If you pick the wrong partner, you can have a stressful life.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if you have someone who doesn't get it, doesn't have a growth mindset, is toxic in some way.
Yeah.
You chose, maybe you fell for the wrong thing or something. You have children with them, you have to go through a lot of struggle.
That's true.
That process. So even for me, I encourage people, even like my kids, I'm always working on them to be like, I need you to know how to pick a life partner, a business partner, because you have to you have to see the right thing. Don't just be confused by nice eyes. Oh, he's nice eyes, or he's
He's tall.
He's tall. He's mine for life.
So lastly, Nameless, before I let you go, you're performing on the 14th at the Comedy Store. What should we expect? You were here last year in June.
I was like, thank you for that.
Yes, for the same show. Yeah.
Or to the States or before? So
Before. You're here in June. So what should we expect? And what are you bringing?
No, I mean, for me, I always bring my best. Every time, as I told you, every time I'm called upon, I'm like, wow, as people who are going to come and say, I'm coming to watch.
To watch my money. Money's worth.
I feel it. I feel pressure, but in a good way.
Yeah.
I feel like I want to give my best.
Yeah.
So I think that first, the whole cause is a good one.
Yeah.
We're like, it's a fundraising, but through entertainment, having a good time, but as well, that it's also going to help others, because the truth of the matter, we come from a continent where there are very many people who are not privileged. Like, it's not even fun. Like, when you really look on something, you're like, how are guys living like this?
How are they surviving? Exactly.
It's pretty hard, So when you get a chance like this, I love a chance like this. When you find the people who are working, the partners. Alex is a brother of mine.
Yes.
Like for me, I just feel comfortable with Alex. We understand each other well, so I was so happy to be part of it. It's a long lineup, so everyone has a short time. Diamond is the main act.
Yeah.
But I like to also contribute. Sometimes you're the main act, sometimes you're the one who's contributing to the whole show.
Yeah.
So I have my time slot. I'm happy with it. I want to give guys a good
time. Yes.
A good journey through. Give them a good time, and then even me, I want to sit and watch the show as well.
Absolutely, I know, right? It gives you the opportunity to also
I've done my thing. Now I can go and watch.
Yes.